This is Forever Right.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an next car and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive. Well, of the 33 chosen passengers, Ramnath, Pandey, Humphrey, and Sudama, they wouldn't let the poor driver drive in peace.
Yes, he go, hold will.
Hey, independent talk for yet another Sunday, the first one for January 2023, the 8th of January. Good day, listeners, on all Real FM platforms. Matthew 7:16-20. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree bringeth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits you shall know them. Grenada still remains my constituency. Real FM still remains my parliament, and I'm the people's spokesman along with KB. And we are blessed by the Ancient of Days. All publicity is good publicity, even controversial ones. Me and KB is back here to continue the work, to inform and educate the people. Now, callers and listeners and folks all, they say, some people meet me and say, Master Carl, we still love you, but why are you fighting that fight? Why are you taking the chance? Some say the way you speak, but the people gravitate towards you still. Some say the government just come. But I tell them I go stay on this message till my soul bleed. And the thing about it, KB, I'm so ghetto. But I answer them this way, KB. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak because I was not a socialist. They came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak because I was not a trade unionist. They came for the Jews, KB, and I did not speak because I was not a Jew. And KB, finally, when they came for me, there was no one left to speak for me. Let me put it in context, KB, because I don't like to just come here and say things. KB, when this administration, the NDC administration, came for the workers of Karakou, many did not speak. Even some said they were waiting on 100 days to speak, KB. When they came after the faith-based workers, KB,
Yes.
many did not speak.
Yes.
When they came after the debushers, KB, many did not speak.
Yes, correct.
When they came after the security workers, KB, many did not speak.
So correct.
When they came against for the environmental wardens, KB, many did not speak. When they came for the Imanis,
yes,
many did not speak. When they marginalized and took advantage on single mothers and women, many did not speak. KB, and presently, after the seed workers and the workers of MNIB, Marketing and National Importing Board, KB, NNP, we can sit down. So you see, that is why I must speak. Because I don't want to end up in a situation when they come for all these people, I don't speak. And when they come for me, you will have nobody to speak. So I must speak, KB. I must speak in the context of what is going on in this country. And we, as a people, are to understand, KB, what is the context of what is going on. And we must speak, KB. And when NNP say we can't sit down, it's not just only for a song. Now is the time we cannot sit down. We cannot sit down now, KB, because there's too much things happening to the marginalized in this country, KB. Cost of living, KB, and others is holding us by our bald heads. So I must speak, KB. And I need to address a situation of the bad, KB. I'll open back to the KB.
Go right ahead. Right ahead.
Igwe,
I like how you start up.
I send you a clip there. I want you to line it up because I'm going to need that clip.
Yes. I started it up.
KB, after all the talk about agriculture, after all the talk about food security by this government, what we see, KB, after all this talk, we see our assault on marketing board. Because there was a meeting Friday, and it was not good news for the workers, the 100 and odd workers, the 100 and odd families. There was not good news based on what was said. And KB, to add insult to KB, to injury, the fear of crime is worse than crime itself. The fear of losing your work is worse than losing it. So the workers of marketing board that next few weeks until the mountain, until they give a decision, is excruciating, KB. You could send people loco. And people in that meeting broke down, KB. Some cry. Because when they gave the situation to the leader of this country, he indicated that the problem is not his. When persons have to pay mortgages and go for refinancing of the mortgage because they need help, and the financial institution says to them, watch, marketing board on shaky ground. All what we hearing, we can in good conscience give you. And that is the crux of the matter. So I must speak. So that is why I would not wait for all these people to death. All these people to hit the dust before I speak. So I must speak, KB and Igwe. So to the people that saying, them people that just come, they don't have time yet. That is the reason I have to speak, KB. And after all the talk about food security, and after all this talk about agriculture, and KB, after all this talk about best budget and most monies allocated for agriculture, KB, look what is done to marketing board, KB, and it is known many farmers, and I could call one named BJ, on a serious livelihood for dealing with marketing board. Have you considered the effect it would have on the farming community, on food security? by the draconian measures discussed at the meeting, KB. Either sending some home or closing it down and restructuring it and asking them to reapply or privatizing. None of the solutions vented, KB, is good news for the workers of marketing board, let alone the farmers, KB. The question I need to ask the Honorable Prime Minister and this NDC administration, did you have discussion with the correct set of people in dealing with marketing board? It seems that you are behaving as in the days of the revolution. You don't want to take on board any views other than yours. And I want KB, because not only coming here and criticize or giving advice to him, that is one of the things that mash up the revolution. That was one of the weaknesses, and KB could bear me out by not accepting views of other people other than yourself. KB, since in October, the farmers' representative in the Senate called for a review of marketing board and to make it better to serve the farmers, the workers, and to improve food security. What was said then? It would cost too much. But as we on cost and we on value for money, KB, you're giving a tax break to business people, your friends, of 600 million. You're taking 4 million to fix the problem with MNIB. So after all they talk about agriculture, after all they talk about food security, after all they talk about the biggest allocation to the Ministry of Agriculture, you can help marketing board. And KB helping marketing board. And what the discussion led by the farmers representing in the Senate. When the president realized how the thing going, she put a hold on the debate. Because it was not so important. Then marketing board was not important enough to debate it. So put a hold on it. Because the leader of government business maybe don't understand. And what is interested here to note, KB, the leader of government business is the Minister of Agriculture. So you see, shitty the fan, boo them in. They jackass in the thing.
He not make board so long.
He was, whatever he go, he never perform a distinction, KB. He never perform a distinction. Yes, I said it. Come for me. He never perform a distinction. But he given the Ministry of Agriculture. And we see now what happening to marketing board. So what we're showing, this administration is only giving lip service to agriculture. Only talk. Talk.
I agree.
Based on excerpt from the meeting. So KB, I don't know if marketing board is now being weaponized to damage the workers or to go against the workers. Or KB, I always say, Kennedy Boodlal, follow the money. No, listen this.
Mm-hmm.
Hear these people.
Mm-hmm.
If you privatize marketing board, and that is one of the suggestions.
Yes.
Are we witnessing one of the friends of this administration waiting in the slips to collect marketing board? So that person will be the importer of sugar, rice,
yes,
and milk. And KB, the person who imports sugar based on figures, ballpark figures,
yes,
does make at least $10 million a year on importing sugar. So are we seeing the road or the roadmap or the blueprint to marketing board being privatized
for somebody to benefit
and giving somebody, and maybe the person could be one of the person who owe the government tax and getting part of the amnesty, because you have a lot of them owe the government tax and they on board and thing, you know.
Yeah,
them is CEO and thing, you know, and they owe the government money and you're giving them a tax a break. Don't pay the people money. I wonder if one of them will get it. So here's the thing, KB. So One of the things, and that was suggested, and I will play the clip here because I don't want people to believe I'm just making this thing up. Hold on, Igwe. Now you privatize marketing board. You give one of your friends, party friends, or business friends, or friend, and they become the importer. $10 million alone in sugar. We're talking about rice and milk and them thing and them yet. I'm calling on the farmers' representative in the Senate. Open your mouth and speak. Because when NNP they you mouth loud. Roderick Sinclair is my good friend, so I could call you name.
Yeah.
Roderick, open your mouth and speak. You work in marketing board, so you understand more than most. And in my opinion, he was one of the best persons that passed in marketing board. Because you really had a heart. But I hope you don't lose that heart now. So Roderick Sinclair, Mr. Senator, they go tell you I call your name. Yes, I want you to open your mouth and speak. I want you to do that. KB, a lot of farmers would be affected based on the move they make with marketing board. Marketing board is a livelihood for many people in the farming community, Mr. Prime Minister, if you don't know. Because I realize you're acting like you don't know. Ask people who know. Call BJ and them and ask them. And you might have some of your friends. Ask the Minister of Agriculture, because he taught himself in the Senate as his agriculture is. Ask him the importance of marketing board, KB. I beg in the Prime Minister, please, Mr. PM, make a better try. Stop this mama guy. Because there was people begging you in the meeting. They're telling you they had a mortgage. They're telling you they go to refinance and they say no. Because marketing board, they're on sticky ground. Yeah, some, even when they stand up to talk to you, they faint. They fall. Because of the magnitude of the statements you make. And what was thinking? The National Democratic Congress, KB, symbol is a heart. All you really have heart. Marketing board had showed that this administration has no heart, KB. Has no heart for the people. And I must speak. And that is the reason, KB, I come here and I continue to speak and continue to champion the cause. Because when I receive those calls, KB, at 3 a.m. on mine, I have to listen. And KB, what was jackassing about the thing, KB? It is alleged, or there's information to suggest that marketing board was put in the same category like Pridi Alassini. KB, to add insult to injury, it is alleged.
Somebody tiffin.
There's information to suggest that marketing board commenting Pridi Alassini.
My God.
But when Dr. Kit Mitchell go and talk about the chicken and them in the hospital, they say all kind of thing. Way bake.
Yeah.
Kit Mitchell don't like people.
Yeah.
Kit Mitchell this and that. But it is alleged that you are aligning MNIB with Pridi Alassini. How low? How low could this administration get, KB? How low could this administration get? KB, over 100 families will be affected in the marketing board fiasco, KB. And I suggest, Mr. Prime Minister, you don't pull the trigger yet. It is not too late. Seek advice from people who know. Call for like BJ and them and ask them. They will give you some advice. Free. You don't have to pay for it. Maybe the Honorable Dennis Cornwall and Lennox Andrews don't know about that. And saying it, Adrian Thomas, they don't know. Because based on what you discuss in the meeting, they don't know. So go to some people who know. Have you come the cost, Mr. PM? How dealing with marketing board would affect the farming community? No other place, even the CEO of marketing board, the place doesn't move enough as much fruits and vegetables as marketing board. The present CEO, whether acting or whether they're in Hollywood or whatsoever, in marketing board, he entity does not move as much stuff as marketing board. Conservative estimates, KB, And conservative estimates it could be more. At least $20,000 per week, at least, will be given to farmers through marketing board. When you take that away from them, what happens, KB? You don't take away the thing from Carrico people. You take away it from CJs. You take it away from FIT. You take it away from the debushers. You take it away from securities, and even those in the fish market and them.
Concrete workers.
You take it away from concrete workers. You take it away from environmental wardens. You budget less for the e-money. You take away it from the single mothers and things all Paul's all about. And your latest assault is on the seed program and MNIB. Now you still want to go and take it for farmers, from farmers, after all this talk, KB, about food security and agriculture, after all this talk about the biggest allocation for the Ministry of Agriculture. KB, every time you fact check this administration, they coming up wanted, woefully inadequate, manifestly certified false. KB, you giving up 600 million to business people, your friends. And I want to
That's a lot.
There's a question I want to ask. The present CEO of marketing board, how much he owe in that 600 million?
The last time they closed him down.
The minister of MIT, is he one owing the government any funds? I don't know. Is the leader of government business in the House of Representatives, is he one owing government funds? I don't know.
He then break.
But we don't get in a chance to ask those questions because they're hiding. So we have to use this media to ask the question. Farmers' lives matter. I want that clip eagerly because I don't want them to feel I just say anything of my own.
The restructuring could take possibly one or two forms. Trying to ask ourselves what are the 4 things that I can do, and hopefully we good, and those things that I cannot do, it no longer does, and goes up. In more basic terms, it is proposed, for example, to close some of these outlets where I guess you sell juices and food and what have you, and focus primarily on your packaging house or packing house in the rural, which means terminating on the staff, pay them the severance, and try and make that marketing work and focus on marketing. Hopefully, good proactivity, and be very good at it. And hopefully, going forward, that can help them around. That still will involve severing some staff, having to treatment of standing liabilities associated with those outlets from electricity and water and landlords outstanding rents, etc. It will still mean having to do plans, because the entity doesn't have money to pay plans. There is another option, which is to close them and means that.
This is Grievances.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car, and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With much new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say, wheel driver cannot drive.
Yes, he go all the way.
Yes, callers and listeners, and all who make this program the success it is. Floyd Money Mayweather, a boxer of serious repute, once said, all publicity is good publicity. Controversy builds publicity. Good afternoon, Kennedy Woodland.
Good afternoon, Master Carl.
The floor is now yours.
Master Carl, every day you get better and better and better on this program. I'm so impressed with you today, Master Carl. You know, I wonder if you sleep in the night and study this thing. I tell you, politics, you know, you study at night and day, you know. And
What is the history? Once you study the history,
yes, Master Carl, you're so good today, to the point, you understand? And you raise the bar very high. And you're correct, you know, Master Carl. Once you take political power, you must hit the street and running. You cannot make excuse. You take political power, we expect you to perform with distinction. You cannot say wait for a year before you start criticizing or pointing out the mistake and the shortcoming of the political party in power. No. Our duty is to praise the government and also criticize the government when they deviate from the correct path. Master Carl, you're right on the ball. You understand? Some people saying, hey, give them a year. A year when Imani is threatened, faith-based organization, under pressure, the people of this country suffering every day with the high cost of living, high cost of utility bills. There is a rage, a kind of rage start building in the society. And I am concerned. Master Carl, I am concerned. Because that rage could reach at a point where it could explode in the society and cause anarchy and destruction in our society. Weakness, a rise in electricity, the poor man ball, rising cost of living, the poor man ball, constant victimization in the workplace, the poor man cry. You understand? No. The latest one we are about to witness is the rise in water rate, cost of water rate. Now, over the years, Dr. Keith Mitchell government, the NNP, had resisted the call by NAWASA to increase water rate. And what Dr. Mitchell was saying, right? Give me all the bills. Give me all the bills government owe you in NDC time. Get the bills for me. Amount to $30 million. And the NNP paid out all the bills as to protect the poor man. So the NAWASA will have no excuse to increase the cost for water. Make sure you pay out all the bills and go as far as to get for them over $100 million climate
smart.
smart fund. 100 and grant, they don't have to pay back. So there is no reason why you have to put the pressure on the poor man. But recently, Nawasa sent that request to go to cabinet to increase water rate, and the NDC agree. Give Nawasa the permission to increase water rate. And the NNP was resisting that all the time. But the NNP was saying water is life. Without water, you cannot exist. You cannot ask a man to pay more than he can afford for water. You don't bring up the price, the cost of sugar. No, you're bringing up the cost for water. Water and sugar is what the poor man use every day. Even though you have nothing to it, a grandmother go say, make a cup of sweet water and give to the kids. Because that's the cheapest thing. Water. Now it become expensive for the poor man. For the election, we warn you. Say, look at NNP policy, look at NDC policy. Ask yourself, who seek the poor man interest? Some of you all, you didn't take our advice and you vote otherwise. Today, going back to haunt us. Every move this government makes is against the poor man. As Master Carl said, $600 million in brick for the rich. What happened to marketing board? Look what happened to marketing board. You closing it down? Aircraft coming into this country. Half feel you pay for the empty seats. You're paying for the empty seats when aircraft come from America or England. All the empty seats, you're paying for it. But you don't want to pay an assist marketing board.
You want to rent plane.
You're renting plane and you don't want to look at the interests of the farmers. And it's not everything you must make profit in, You have certain things you have to subsidize,
The greater good for the greater number.
You have some things you have to subsidize. You understand? When this government had 3,000 imam, you say it's a waste of money. But it was important. You keep these people working, no matter how small the salary. Because you don't want anarchy in the society. You don't want chaos in the society. You want to make sure people eat, no matter how small it is, they get a slice of the economic cake. But this Christmas, Master Carl, Christmas Eve.
I had to ask you all the Christmas.
Christmas Eve, I drove through Grenville about 3:34, and there was no traffic jam in Grenville Christmas Eve. I look on this side, I see a lot of eggs still. People still selling egg. Egg is scarce.
No, egg is scarce. I want to see egg those scarce, things
You
bad.
pass in some of the
ham those
supermarkets,
scarce.
it still have ham. You wonder how
Capital and all those sell.
what goes on? What going on in society? Ham is selling. You still have extra ham. Egg is scarce. You're driving through Grenville Christmas Eve. You understand? You know traffic black, no traffic jam. And you ask yourself the question, before Christmas Eve, you see everybody dress the kids, going to do shopping in Grenville. You can't get bus. You can't, no room on the sidewalk. Jam. Situation different. One NDC say KB boy. NDC really unlucky. Every time they take power, they face some severe economic problem. They had the financial meltdown. Now you have the war in Ukraine. But as we always say, the test of a good leader is how you get out of a crisis, how you manage. How you manage. If everything you do is for the benefit of a special clique who already have money and always want to make more money, and you ignore the poor man who always want to pay bills, because all the poor man do with money is to pay bills. But when the poor man have no money, he can't pay no bills. That's the fact. Every time a poor man have money, is to pay bills. They're not thinking about making money. They have no means of making no more money. It's the rich people who invest to make more money. The poor man is to pay bills. You must always assist him in paying his bills. Otherwise, that rage in the society will grow.
The increase in crime.
Increasing crime, as Master Carl will always tell you, poverty is the breeding ground of crime. Poverty is the breeding ground. You cannot say it. You cannot say we leave this society and then we leave this society, this country, but the crime rate was high. No. The crime rate was about the lowest in the Eastern Caribbean. And we're proud of that. NNP, you can think about.
And then the treasury was pregnant.
And we had money in the treasury. What was nice, a boss say, hey, NNP stupid, they leave $530 million for we to play mass. But somehow the money just not trickling down to the poor man. You don't reach in the ground. You don't feeling that impact in the society. For the Christmas, you're wondering what is going on. Only 2 fortnights you give the poor working people of this country. 2 fortnights? Not a concrete walk in no village. And you're saying you can't see, you don't believe in road work. You don't believe in concrete work because you can't see it. But when we had concrete work in those small community, the money remained in the village. And you bill contractors, young men who never had the opportunity. We give them the opportunity to earn or to manage their business, to build concrete roads, culverts. They develop that skills, and the money remain in the community. And around Christmas time, you can feel it in the community.
Disposable income.
Exactly. Even the road workers, in some constituencies, you have in 45, 50, 60 gangs. In some constituencies. 6 fortnights before Christmas. And you feel the impact in the society. Everybody smiling. Now is different. It's hard times ahead. I was discussing the situation with a couple lawyers and businessmen. I discussed it with my friend, Dr. Jerry Seals, Kenny Lal Singh, and all of them. And they say, KB boy, the situation will not get better, It will get worse. It will get worse. If you have a job, praise God for it. You have a thriving business, praise God for it. Those who are unemployed, those who have no job, those who have children to send to school. Problem down the line, chaos and anarchy in the society. There is no sign, no light at the end of the tunnel. All those who wave their hand and shout, NDC, Mr. Deacon, Mr. Deacon, they're losing hope fast. Expectation was high. And with my NDC friend, they quiet. Some of them lost the tongue. They don't know where to turn. They shame. They are ashamed because they make so much noise and they realize the policy of this government is not in the interest of the working class. The policy of this government is will be always in the interest of their big friends. As Master Carl said, hey, closing the marketing board, you will hear some big man give him the contract to bring in sugar. And it will be a NDC supporter. Bet your life. It will be a NDC supporter. Bet your life. They will seek their interests and their friend interests, not the interests of the poor man. So that rage continue to build in the society. And we don't want it, you know. None of us wish for it, you know, because Grenada is our home. We all want Grenada to become a better place for all of us. So when bad come, we have to live through it. So we don't wish it at all, but you're creating the environment for chaos and anarchy in the society. You must never do it. Anything you do, it must be in the interest of the majority of people.
Greater good for the greater number.
Not for a few. Not for a few. And I want to ask the NNP supporters and salute some of you all who still wear all your green band. You are a special hero. Those who still wear the green band, I want to salute you. I love your courage. Wow. I love your combativeness. I love your militancy.
And we can't sit down.
No, we can't sit down. You understand?
If there's a time when NNP can sit down,
this year, NNPite, we're calling on every village in this country to mobilize and organize.
And Kibi, as we on that, tell them about the get together on 24th.
This government is a one-term government, but we have to prepare. We have to prepare. You cannot sit and fold your arm and say nothing and do nothing. You have to get up and say, let's put our party group back together. Let's have social function. That in the arena on the 21st, we'll be having a function there. And we're asking all the NNPites
St. Patrick's East.
in St. Patrick's East.
And surrounding.
And surrounding.
Get there.
Get there. You know.
We start from 7 in the afternoon.
Come and sit down with your political leader and chat.
The political leader and other leaders.
Others will be here. Chat with him.
The NNP, because
it's our party. We have to show we have to show unity. We have to show love and respect for one another.
And Kibi, what is important? All the old talk about leadership and so on with NNP. Come. And you go see leadership.
You go see it. You know, Dr. Mitchell is a man of his words. We trust him with the truth. You know? And he said, all he wants is good for NNP and good for Grenada. Come and sit down and chat with us. Have a drink with us. Socialize. Press the flesh. Look at your leader. Engage him in eyeball to eyeball rapport with one another. You understand? And we need to do that in nearly all the different constituencies where we have social. have a little social, have a little drink together, and bring our supporters together. Show love, show unity.
And KB, these are the forums when you could come and speak to the leaders and ask them things
Yeah,
you want
man.
to ask.
Ask them.
Don't wait and
don't wait.
follow
And
propaganda.
in Rum Sharp. And don't you see, most of the thing you hear is propaganda. You understand? About your political leader. Face him, ask him question, he will answer you. I don't see eye to eye with Dr. Mitchell all the time, you know. But I have respect for him. I respect for him. Many times I go on radio and I criticize him. But I still have respect for him. You could criticize him, but at least show respect. You understand? Don't see eye to eye with the political part, with with NNP all the time. You know? Most time I don't see eye to eye with NNP. I take a position. When I was in DC, I don't see eye to eye with them. When I was in the revolution, I don't see eye to eye with them. And I want you, Mr. Carl, to give me a little time to explain certain things. Why I take certain position. Over the years, brothers and sisters, I was part of a revolutionary process. One day I sat and listened to a heated conversation between my brother Buck, Kenneth Budlal, and Bernard Code. And Buck, Kenneth Budlal, said to Bernard Code, "You are one of the most dishonest, sophisticated man I've ever met." That was a hard statement. I go as far as to tell Bernard Code, "You are one of the biggest opportunists that passed through this country because you're just from the university in Jamaica and you jump straight in the political brew, even before you become a member of the party. That is opportunism at the highest level." But we keep that quiet and we never expose that to the public. One day, after the revolution, I was in my barracks on Paul's Airport, and the wife of Maurice Bishop came to me, Angela Bishop, and she said, "KB, something serious is taking place in this country, in this party. You don't see what Bernard Code and his men doing to this revolution. They putting all their men in key strategic position within the army and within the party. Very soon, Maurice wouldn't have a say. So I want you to go and talk to Maurice." So I say, "Angela Bishop, you're sleeping on same bed with the man, you're in a better position to hold that discussion with him." He said, "No." She said, "No, go, he will listen to you." I went in Montrich. The very first time anybody could hold meeting in Montrich beside Uncle Gary. I went there, I pulled Bishop out of the crowd, and I expressed my concern. He called Cletus St. Paul, who is still alive, could bear witness to that statement, and said, "Get Ichi for Kibi to hear Kibi concern." I expressed my concern to Ichi. And I said, "Why you allow this thing to happen?" And that internal wrangling, we hide it from the public. We never tell them, inform the public what is going on. These things stay and fester and fester and fester until we experience an explosion on the foot so devastating and shattering than any other time in our history. Our history knew of no similar experience. I was in prison, watch big men cry, children suffer, people die on the foot, people end up in prison. So I took that position. I say, "You see me, KB, never me again keep secret for no politician, no party. It could be NNP, it could be NDC, it could be Dr. Mitchell, it could be who attacking." After that experience, because we keep it quiet, we didn't want people to know, and it blew up in all of us face. And we witness that explosion on the foot where ministers get killed, children get killed, who get jailed, who get man with piece of hand, piece of foot, destroy the entire fabric of this nation. That is why when I'm in NNP and I speak out, they run behind me. NDC, I speak out, they run behind me. It's okay. But I have no apology to make to anybody. But anytime this government deserves praise, I will praise them. But anytime they deviate from the correct path, even my party or any other party, I'll be fearless and bold. If it must stand by myself alone, I will take that position. So I want you all to understand my position. Not all the time I will see eye to eye with Master Carl. Not all the time. He's my friend. It's my friend. I would see eye to eye with all the time. But at the end of the day, we're still friends. So whenever I take a hard position, it is because of the history, what I experience, all of us must take full responsibility, collective responsibility for what went wrong before, because we hide it from the masses. So I say, me, I ain't hiding nothing again. So anytime I take a position, NDC, you go vex with me, NNP, you go vex with me, but I don't mind that.
All right, KB, you eloquently state your case. One of the things I just want to say before we go to the break, we don't see, you mentioned it, we don't see no concrete work. You remember the first supplementary budget them presented, the main thing was to do infrastructure work. When it's for the 100 and something million. But we don't see nothing happen.
I don't see nothing in no village.
Yeah, so folks, we'll go to a break now.
Yeah.
When we back, Igwe, we're going to take our 2 calls and get the things rolling.
Broadcasting from the historical Parish Main Street, Surtez, to your home, vehicle, and office. Today's hit music on Real FM.
This is life.
You asking me what is wrong with Trinidad? You can't understand why things go on so bad. You find we so rich in human resources, and yet the country going to pieces. Well, let me tell you, my friend, where we went wrong. After Eric Williams' old car breakdown, we called in an AR, we ordered an X-car, and installed a new driver. With 33 passengers from the party, we gave him a maxi taxi, fitted with mag wheels, tape deck, computer, air conditioned 8-cylinder. With posh new fittings, this maxi car arrived. Then it started to swerve and nosedive. It took a year for passengers to realize. They say the new driver cannot drive.
Yes, Igwe.
Blessed birthday to one of our listeners, Wendy. Hope you enjoy it and have a blessed day. So this segment, once we get called Iggy, we're gonna take it.
Okay.
Is there any call?
We have one.
Let's take it.
We have somebody with it. Hello.
Hello, afternoon.
Yes, I've been waiting a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
What you hear now, so make your point.
All right, thank you, KB, and Happy New Year's to you guys, and
Thank you.
KB and Master Carl, and to the listening public of Real FM, and the callers that will call in later on. But I just want to say something. This government here in power, led by the Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell.
Honorable Dickon Mitchell.
Yeah.
Let me give him
Honorable.
the constitution of food. We won't be like them and call him names. The constitution of food,
Yes.
honorable, let's give him.
Yes. Enough respect.
Yeah.
I want to wish him Happy New Year too.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to advise him via this media. No, don't think Grenadians will forget. And don't play Grenadians for fool. Sometimes after you do all the mischief, cut Imani, remove seed people, planning to fire or to relocate the MNIB and others, you cut the debushing program by 2 fortnights. Yes, we all aware of that. Don't think people will forget that. So if you play in cheap politics here in Grenada, Honorable Prime Minister, that ain't go work. Please, don't be fooled. Grenadians will take to the streets when pressure is mounting on them. Unemployment is skyrocketing. What you're doing, you're sidelining people, you're getting rid of people, and unemployment is going up. While unemployment is going up, the cost of living is skyrocketing. Now, you give a tax break to big commercial businesses in this country
600 million
who could afford to pay the taxes because they're collecting it. And you put in the tax on the layman, the man who cannot afford to pay the water, the electricity. And no doubt about it, I get an electricity bill of $485. I wonder when I bought those. I'm still wondering. But to survive, we have to survive. We have to pay the bill because we need it. The water, we have to pay for the water because we need it. But I thought that a well-known scholar said, when you get into office, or you govern for the people, by the people, and of the people in this country, the poor people in this country is the greatest majority. And they are the ones that cause you to be in government today, not the few you're giving tax break. They only give you a few dollars when the election comes. And don't be fooled. When the election coming around, you want to play you're giving dandy, nice thing to people. Don't be fooled with that. People don't need that now. What they need is bread and butter now. Ease them up from the tax so that they could get a little leeway to feed their children, to feed their family, to give their children, send their children to school. That is what they need. No, Mr. Prime Minister, sir. I hope you're listening, and I hope you're understanding that this is a cry of people outside there. I've been hearing it, and I know it for a fact. I'm very sorry, and I said on this program last time around, we into a very serious times coming up. Hardship will hit this country, and I'm ashamed for the government that is in power, and they're calling it the reform.
Transformation.
We want to see reform.
Transformation.
Come on, people don't want to see reform. They want to see bread and butter on the table.
Food on the table.
That is what they want. Thank you very much.
All right, have a blessed day, caller.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone?
The number to call 442-0175.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, gentlemen.
How
Happy
you
New
doing?
Year.
How you doing?
Bless.
I ain't see you for a while.
Hi, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
Right.
I love your introduction this evening, Master Carl. You're doing very well. Analyzing and studying the politics really great.
Mm-hmm.
I wish all the best for 2023. I want to support you all in talking about the party unity. It is very important, because there are some misleading propaganda on the ground that want to divert the attention of the subjective factors that exist, especially with the poor people, and putting some clouds over their head that they forget what is taking place and hang on to some propaganda, about party, this and that, and so on. So I'm very happy about that session that's going to be held coming up soon at the arena. And I want to encourage the NNP, let's bring truthful information to our people and our people to understand and cooperate and help assist in the building process. I also want to applaud former chairman of the COVID team, Dr. Bud Braffett, and was former CMO too. I heard him doing some news item on one or two media places, WFM, last week. And I believe and I thought that was very good in enlightening the people about the COVID situation worldwide and as it relates to Grenada. Because we haven't heard, I personally didn't hear any statement coming from the Ministry of Health. I don't know, maybe I didn't hear. But I want to say, that was very good in Dr. Bud Braffett and must be complimented, because I know there are persons who got COVID. A matter of fact, they told me that it's not my duty to say who and where and so on. But I believe that with the advice Dr. Braffett has given us, the people in Grenada, to ensure that if you're not feeling well, go and get tested and continue the vaccination, especially the booster. And I find that was very, very, very good. And I ask our people, health is very important, especially COVID. Be prepared and, pay attention, especially to the senior citizens in your home, that home. And don't go out, but we don't want to bring the virus for them for they get affected. So a very good program. I'm listening, but I thought I should make some comments at this time. So
You're welcome.
I'm listening, and I may come back again.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling. That's the number to call, 442-0175. Call and ventilate, express your views.
You have?
No. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you?
Fine. Good.
Okay, my concern is that talking about the Granber Estate workers, they send them all the Granber Estate workers.
Without pay.
I mean, come on, they have to take in consideration they have families.
Agriculture worker?
Yeah, the Granber Estate. Granber Estate.
One of the estate, them say they go plant weed on.
Yeah, some all workers, and that is very bad of the government.
All right, caller, we're going to deal with it.
Thank you very much.
So, Igwe, with that said, I already call, hold the calls. I want you to play a clip by the Honorable Prime Minister, and I want to speak on the clip. And then we'll give the callers and everything, because that caller opened that. So, play the clip by the Prime Minister, I'll go speak on it, and we will go back to some calls.
As a country and as a people, requires us to also transform our thinking. To move Grenada forward at the pace that we would like, we need every Grenadian, at home and abroad, to be a part of our nation's progress. The threat of climate change on its own, and the very real and existential effects that sea level rise holds for the future of our island state, is enough to help us realize that we need to band together as a nation and also as a region. The negative fallout from the war in Ukraine, on the heels of a devastating global pandemic, continues to adversely affect global supply chains and increase the cost of food and fuel, and worsen an already high cost of living. In light of all of the above, no one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves.
KB, you listen to what the Honorable Prime Minister saying in his Christmas address, but here goes. We all agree about the war in Ukraine, climate change, and all those things has an effect here. But KB, when Dr. Kit Mitchell was the Prime Minister of Grenada, the same set of people with the briefcase of certificate used to blame Dr. Kit Mitchell for everything in this country. That time, he didn't have no war in Ukraine. War in and other situation was not a part of it. But here goes. The Honorable Prime Minister, in his message to the nation, asked for all.
Everybody to get on board.
Well, listen, he asked for all. But when Joseph Andal, Honorable speaking, he said the good people had voted. And some of the other surrogates and acolytes, when they speak about the good people. So the first question is the Prime Minister speaking only to the good people or he's speaking to all Grenadians? Because though Prime Minister in all Grenada, Prime Minister in only NDC. And I'll give you the facts to support me. Because I don't just come here and vote KB.
I agree with you.
First of all, and I take a note of it because I didn't want to forget. Increase the minister's salaries even before they start to work. Lying and saying how was to pay drivers and some issues with gas in Central Police Station. And they are developing trend by the Prime Minister and others. He doesn't speak the truth. Because every time you listen to them and you go back and check it out, it's not the truth. The second one, increase of fees for people to be on certain boards, KB. And only your friends on the board. And some of your friends are on 1, 2, 3, 4 boards. So because I'm trying to find out who he's speaking to here, no? Because the ministers get money, the friends on the board get money, and he's still, because he's a corporate lord, or find some form of trickery, because I want the people in Grenada to understand it. So he go in Parliament and he say, parliamentarians don't working for enough money. We would agree to that, KB.
Of course.
We would agree what is offered to opposition MPs is not enough. We go agree. However, KB, when you're suggesting, or it is suggest, or there's information to suggest that you want to add another 5,000, so you will give the MPs on the opposition side 5,000, but you go add that 5,000 to the ministers, we go bring them to $14,000. What about the workers in Kari, KB?
Those who send home in Granbury Estate.
What's out Granbury Estate? What's out Faith Base? MNIB? The seed workers? The debushers? The security, even those in the fish market, KB? The environmental wardens? The I-manis? Single women and single mothers? You answer, you see where I'm going with that?
But what's about geriatric care program?
It's okay, you see where I'm going with that? So, okay. So, just so the ministers will get in 14, if that come across, but using, it deceive like the accuser of the brethren. Because when the serpent went to Eve, he tell a girl, what, eat that thing, you will come like God. So he's saying, we will give value, because he want them to support it. So when the people cry, they go say, well, NNP men, they begging for it too. My advice to NNP representatives in the parliament, if they take in, they must give value. But don't go and advocate and make the people believe are you fighting for the thing. Are you representing the people who had put all you there. If they take in, they must give value. Let them do it. No, but what they want to do now, so when people start to talk about it, all the mockers and they making go and continue to make go. They go say, well, them NNP fight for it too. No, we don't give them that for them. Let them do the stupidness for themselves. KB, tax break for the big friend, 600 million.
But this is money these people already collect, you know.
And owe
the government. You know.
Owe and due in to the government.
This money is money they collect. VAT money they collect. And money they owe to the government.
And KB, here
what you could tell them keep it.
And KB,
when they collect it from poor people.
And KB, here what is mischief about the thing? You're giving them $600 million in tax break. And the ordinary man, you put VAT on sugar, so you have to pay more.
And water.
You put levy on water, you put the levy on electricity. Cost of living going up. You don't expand the basket of goods. So who you speaking to? Because I want people to understand you. Who are you speaking to? You cut social programs. Media assistance.
What about the poor man these people don't like?
You cut it. But we talk about the VAT of sugar, the cost of living, electricity, or the ordinary man. You reduce the debushing, which is a seasonal something. When NNP used to give 14 fortnight, you give 2. You find poor people, children, and you continue to fire them. Marketing board and the seed program is the last 2. You cut the allocations to the e-money. The question is, KB, the question here we must ask, how you expect these people to cushion that effect, KB? Because they do how you take the work from them. You give your friends everything. And then you're asking them to pay more for electricity, pay more for water, pay more for sugar and all sugar products. But how come, in your right conscience, how could you ask these people to support this nonsense?
You're contributing to rage in the society.
You're
contributing to rage in the society.
So you're telling them, prepare for hard time. The man in marketing would say, I want to refinance it, everything. You say that's not your problem. And you say pie on plate. Who played that pie on? No, this kind of people. These people I'm mentioning, pie on the people on plate. They can't even get the ingredients to put pie on the plate.
I listen to the clip, you know, the man asking for all these people who get victimized to join with him to build a country. You know?
Yeah.
that is the contradiction.
And he's doing that with no remorse.
This is the contradiction. These people you victimize.
KB.
These people you're taxing. You asking them to join with you to build country.
KB, the people who need housing in this country, you mash up that program. The bathroom and toilet and all this kind of thing in it. But KB, what is mischief and vulgar? The Prime Minister do stay in the house allocated for the Prime Minister to stay. You're going to rent some place maybe more than $10,000 a month. Still on the poor people back.
You know, I used to wonder.
And you're asking the poor people to come together.
I used to wonder how Dr. Mitchell
that man working for Chinglong
in that house in Montreal. I understand how Dr. Mitchell was staying there. They can say, nah, Kit Mitchell could stay there.
So after you're doing all these things,
I want better accommodation.
KB, please, Mr. PM, think it over, think it again.
Who you went in that house for?
I don't know. KB, experience is the greatest teacher. Right now, the people of Grenada born into learn.
Yes.
They say experience is the greatest teacher, but it's the most cruel of all.
Yeah.
And they didn't get the message in 2008. They had hard.
But we don't rejoice in it.
We don't rejoice in, but we just stating the obvious.
We don't rejoice.
I vex, but I have to state the obvious.
We don't rejoice in
in no way you
don't rejoice over the demise of this.
I do rejoice in KB. But at the end of the day, we have to state the obvious. KB, and I still come back and say, KB, this administration really have heart. Because their symbol is the heart. Mr. Prime Minister, you really have a heart? Or you operating on battery? Because these things you doing, poor people, children. And you still come Christmas time and asking poor people, children to join with you.
To build country.
Why, Mr. PM? Mr. PM, you need to think this thing over. Or the people that are advising you, advise the gentleman differently. Because this thing, I don't know, KB, how could you in all this conscience? You do all that. The same little housing program, because, watch, hear this, you promise people housing and backyard, swimming pool, all kind of thing. That's happening. But you're going you don't want to stay in the place designed and constructed for the Prime Minister. You go in another place, we rent have to pay from the consolidated fund, more expense on poor people back. So when I come back next Sunday, we'll get the figures of the rent and how much money you cost for the year and how much money you cost for 5 years. And we go let the nation know that extra burden
is on the poor man.
And then we could have get the money from your friends. You say, take it. Take 600 million. And then you put in the pressure on poor people, children, by way of increasing the sugar. Because that is facts. Increasing the levy on water, facts. Increasing the levy on electricity, KB. How could the Prime Minister?
Mr. Khan, I want to ask you the question.
Don't want to ask me.
Let me ask you the question. You give that 600 million tax break. Do you expect them to use that money to reinvest in the society?
Okay, let me answer it this way. First of all, you see, you talk about freight, cap on freight. We don't feel that yet.
No.
Just so
you don't reach wrong.
We don't feel in that 600 million. This kind of trickle down thing to walk in. It's just giving them men and them a chance to enrich. So maybe when the next election cycle comes, they have enough money to donate. I don't know. Maybe. But KB, you can't doing what is being done to poor people, children, taking everything from them. Because we don't call in them on the radio, KB, but a very good friend of ours in the Montrose era, remember I tell you as election done, freeing is done, handout done.
Yes, you tell me that.
Yeah. But I'm meeting in Grenville and say things are at him. No, things can't hard for him.
I don't believe he tell you that.
Tell me that's in Grenville.
He tell me I agree for people to work from 8 to 4, you know.
But KB,
or you could meet you and
but
tell you things
how you could do all these things to poor people, children? You take money for yourself, you don't work it, you lie about it, you make all kind of excuse to take the money. You have all your friends on all the board and them, they don't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 board. You suggesting another increase for parliamentarians under the guise because you want to take more funds, but you're trying to lure NNP people into it. You get tax break to your friend, you cut the social programs, the needy assistance, the housing, you damage the debushing because you call it some beautification, so and so and so. But call it by any other name is debushing. VAT on sugar, rising cost of living, VAT on levy on the water, and rising cost of living on the ordinary man. You continue to fire and make people go without no apology. You don't care. You're boasting.
Master Cole, I've been talking to a couple of businessmen, and they tell me you have people go to the shop 3 times for the day. In the morning, they shop for breakfast, they shop for lunch, and they shop in the afternoon because they have to steer that dollar right through.
So, KB, after all that is done, KB, you asking those people with a straight face to come, whatever bring together when you take everything there from them. We have a caller online. Let's take the caller. Good day, caller.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hey!
What happened, Miguel?
Master Carl.
What a guan?
Watching you, boy. You have you pretty short.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
I'm ready for them.
Happy New Year. Well, I sit down watching all and listening.
Good.
And listening. This, well, watch. I don't want to say nothing wrong today, no, because
do that.
God will like that. I come out to church this morning
Yes.
and pray for this country. Well, these people are the Prime Minister, Prime Minister Dick Mitchell. He's the Prime Minister of Grenada, eh?
Yeah.
And you're talking about people must get together to work together. When you send me home and you send me neighbor home, how you want me to work with you, Mr. Prime Minister, as a Rastafarian, a Rasta woman, eh? And on the ground, I on the ground for years, walking, selling by the road, coconut block of fig. I used to see you passing in the courthouse when I go up in the court. Quiet man. And I want to ask you a question this evening in Grenada.
Don't want to ask the question.
Yes. How you feeling? How you sleeping, sir? As a Prime Minister of this country, beautiful country. And you could sit there and send home poor people. Not poor people, poor people. Because they are the children to feed.
Kami, you want me to answer that?
I wish he could have called in and answered for me.
No. I could answer that. I know he can't
Answer
sleep
it
at.
for me.
Listen to this, Kami. I know he can't sleep at night because he does worry and fret because the poor people he disrespecting. So I know he can't sleep at night. He could pretend, but he can't sleep at night because he know that the disrespect meted out to poor people and poor people children. And those who he perceive is NNP can never sleep. He conscience won't allow him to sleep. So I could answer that.
But Mali say you have a conscience,
Yeah.
and he will speak to you. And the rest are ministers and advisors. And I know all you tune in, because all you tune in on that program, or anytime that program on. I want to know how you all feel. And watching Grenadians, you see the faces of family that's suffering. Something wrong with your mind. But all people say, time longer than twine. And I advise my people in my country, let's continue praying. But sometimes they get massacred. And I say, we bring that down ourselves. Dr. Kit Mitchell, good evening. They had won us. He had won the nation. And now, everybody in a shell. Now they got to call kidney. We hit us too hard. And as one of the callers, all the callers say, we out for hardship in Grenada. We is out for hardship in Grenada. As somebody out there on the ground. As somebody out there on the ground. Business people is suffering. Business people is suffering. All they have a heart now, advisor in the NDC and the ministers. Mr. Andrews, Leonard Andrews, I work under you in the Ministry of Finance. All you remember where I come from. My cry this afternoon is for the poor people in this country.
Correct.
Dr. Kit Mitchell was for the poor people.
Correct.
Dr. Kit Mitchell was a man for the poor people in this country. God's going to whip you all. God's going to punish you all. And all you have to walk the same street in Grenada. The same street and all you go meet the people children. Before I go over the call,
Hey.
I will give you a damn thing what happened. A policeman was coming to take a Grenville bus. And there was a certain busman. When the young man used to go to school, he don't want to pick him up. And he's a big police officer in CID. And when that busman tell him, you're going up Grenville, he said, you remember me? I was the little boy you used to pass. And when I want to come on the bus, he put me down. The same people going to go meet the same set of people. Or they check all yourself in this country, you know. Check all yourself. And we are ungrateful set of people. Or they have to go and pray. We go suffer. We're suffering. $7. $7 for Guinness. $7. $5 for a bus and a Coke. $1 for a ticket when it should be 50 cents. $1 for a bourbon when it should be 50 cents. I'm a poor woman and I know it is. I know the pressure. Mothers frustrated. Fathers frustrated. You understand? You don't room in Monday, you know.
The rage is building.
The nurses and the doctors, they're tired. If I lie, we are sitting on my bed, a young lady went in the hospital all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And she couldn't see a doctor.
Yeah, they shortage
Them
of
doctors
doctors.
tired, them is human beings. Them police.
Yeah, they tired, they shortage of
I already
doctors.
thought only in
Them
NNP
police
time
tired.
they used to say that thing going on.
Them police tired.
You sure,
Them
Kami? You
tired.
sure?
No, it's a fact. Somebody told me that yesterday.
By the
Them
way, they so
police
beat up on
tired
NNP and the
too.
health thing. I
And
say
these
these
are the
things fix
people
it.
we have.
I say
We
lack of
have
fix
the
all that.
police officers. We have them to serve and to protect. They're tired.
Yeah.
Because some of them, they wipe watching them cross-eye when they go home. The money don't coming in. Have a good day, Grenada.
Take care, all the best. Thanks for
I
calling.
just want to respond to two things
Yeah,
from Kami there, KB.
the health.
The empathy of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Because it is alleged, Gates, and information to suggest that a particular person in the meeting in Marketing Board plead she calls to him and tell her of the situation. And his response was not one accommodating. But what is so vexing, KV. It is alleged. Because I coaching meeting.
I know, yeah.
There's information to just all the police officers I am in the meeting starting to watch people phone to see if they tape anything or watch anything. But if you're doing wrong thing, you're not afraid that. If what you're doing is above, you're not afraid. And KB, I said here on Real FM, there was a lot of personal promises made to a lot of people before the election.
Yeah.
I wonder if marketing board was not a personal promise to a friend.
Yeah. Look, we
a lot of personal promise, and I keep saying that, Igwe. A lot of personal promises was made to people.
Yeah.
I'm here wondering if marketing board was not a personal promise to a friend. Let's take the caller.
Hello.
Hi, caller.
Yeah, hello?
Hey!
Good afternoon.
Yes,
How are you doing?
good morning.
Before morning still, just wake.
Yeah,
Before evening.
okay.
How are you?
KB, I'm alright. KB,
Hi.
nice to hear you back. I thought I heard you wasn't on, but good having you back. Okay, I have a letter in my hand here.
A letter from who? The Queen?
No,
Or the King?
from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Get promotion or what?
Dated 3rd, 2022. Clifford Bridgman, Corby State. Yes, sir. In accordance with Section 7 of your contract agreement dated 13th May 2021 with the government of Grenada. This letter serves to inform you that your contract agreement will expire
Move from the radio, Clifford, and come back again, so we don't get the feedback.
Yeah.
Right, better. Nice.
Right. Will serve.
Will serve.
Yes. Inform you that your contract agreement, which expire on 31st March 2022, will not be renewed. In that agreement, your last working day would be November 7th. And
November 7th?
yes, November 7th.
Which year?
2022.
All right.
And you will be paid 1 month salary leave in lieu of notice.
Yeah.
And the bottom say the ministry thank you. Right? I received the letter in December. Sometime in December, but they did that.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I understand the sequence behind it. I could guarantee you that I did spoke before that to the present Minister of Agriculture, and he indicated to me that there was no need to move people like you all. He would not be moving people like us, people like me and us. But I am certain that he did say that, and I'm certain if this letter comes signed by Mr. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Adrian Francois.
Okay.
That is the person that signed that letter.
Adrian Francois.
I don't think Mr. Adrian Francois will sign a letter so before the discussion of the Minister of Agriculture. In any case, I stand firm. I am an MP, and I will stick to say when I feel an MP did things that is not right, I'll stand firm to say that it's not right. When I feel this government do things that is right, I will stand firm to say that they're right, although they get rid of me. I will still, anything that is beneficial for Grenada, I will support it. Anything that is not beneficial for Grenada, I will not support it. I am not satisfied with all the doings of the present Prime Minister. And you can't satisfy with everything anybody do, but I'm not satisfied with a lot of things that the Prime Minister doing. Just what you said there, no. What he said in his New Year's message, I think is a tomfoolery. But anything that is beneficial to Grenada, I will support it. And I am certain where it comes to living and strive, I will strive and live. But I think we are not in a very good place. And there are things that I will support from the government. But we're not in a very good place. And I'm wondering, no, if the NMP is ready to take up the slap to oppose when things are wrong. I just heard you say that there will be a get together in Plains, right? Things like that is important. But the members of parliament must be on top of things and relate back to the people when they get information. Because there's a lot of information out there. And the members of parliament, and especially on the opposition side, must relate. I heard you talking about keeping together. Yes, they must keep together, but they must relate and explain some of the things to us, because some of the things we're hearing, we are not properly explained to us. And the members of parliament have a right to explain. For instance, we hear in a rumor that Miss Delma Thomas is seeking to join the present administration. If there's any truth in that, Miss Delma Thomas
There's
must
no
come out
truth in rumors, Clifford.
Well, I don't
No,
know.
you say it's a rumor. So once you say it's a
Well,
rumor, it's not
they say it's a
true.
rumor, but I'm saying that things like that, when it comes, because while I say it's a rumor, it came as news on the news and the media. So I'm saying when things like that come out, we must have these people come in and voice their opinion and say it. For instance, we hear of areas where the government is saying, the present government is saying that the last government did nothing with the funds that was given to them for certain projects. The present administration, the opposition must come out and explain those things thoroughly to people. That's what I hope.
Clifford, two questions. First one, what did the Minister of Agriculture, Senator Adrian Thomas, said to you?
I just told you that he said to me, people like me would not be sent home because they need people like me in the Ministry of Agriculture.
So that was a lie.
It is a lie.
Yeah, because they make you go. So that was a lie.
Secondly, that there are things that this government will not support.
Secondly,
and I'm saying not only just the government, there are things that the Prime Minister is saying that I'm not going with. I said it.
Secondly,
and I said,
Clifford,
when they do things that is good, I will support it.
Clifford, secondly, no, rumors are carried out by people who don't know. When in doubt, stay out. Now, the present administration is not doing well. With all, if you objective in looking at our the budget and the funding of the budget and all the people they're making go and all these kind of things, and them they could have only offer the unions 2% increase and things. So that is not a good sign. The economy is projected to grow at 3.5%. So they will find ways of peddling things to keep the opponent like NNP off guard, and at the same time try to use NNP to fight among themselves, divide and rule. We have to be watchful. We have to be conscious. I don't say we don't have to be concerned, but we can't just run with everything they hear them say because that's what they want to happen.
No. And I say to run, just like what you said.
Clifford, I listen to you, so listen to me, please.
Go ahead.
There are things we're going to hear. There are things they would put out deliberately to try to distract us from the reality of what is happening. The reality of what is happening, they continue to make people go because the seed workers and the marketing board thing, they don't addressing that, but they're trying to talk about Delma. So they're trying to take us out from the real issue of 100 and something families will be affected with the marketing board fiasco. We don't know who they go give it if they privatize. So they don't want us to talk about that. So they're giving us Delma want to cross the flow. But Delma is a grown person, Honorable Delma Thomas. Is a grown person. And that decision about crossing the floor, if so, is a matter entirely for Delma. So we ought not beat up and lose focus on the non-performance of this government. Because that's what they want happening. They want NNP to start to go in the corner and talk out Delma and to bad duck Delma and to run down Delma. That's what they want happening. Let we not give them that. Like I tell you, you see the meeting what will be in the arena?
I wish I could be at them.
This is a meeting. NNP people have to come because the political leaders and others will be there and ask them that day. Die the forum to discuss those things on them. Not running with it all about and giving the National Democratic Congress traction. But listen this. And you have to be wise and understand that. And know this, Clifford. When NNP was in power, everything they do, the National Democratic Congress oppose. They just oppose it. Case in point, referendum. They say Kit Mitchell, they too long. Dr. Kit Mitchell, they too long. And it should have thumbs up limit. They say election should have a fixed date. They talk about carry quarantine, but they vote no. Because it's NNP in power. Even things they want, they vote no. Now, they in power, and certain MPs, Honorable Delma Thomas among them, say, okay, if it's something good for the country, go support. All of a sudden, they want to turn and jump ship. Because they don't understand the fact that Grenada is bigger than NDC and NNP. So because they never used to support NNP, they feel anytime an MP on NNP side say, well, we go support something good, they feel they want to turn over. Dr. Mores say bipartisanship is a good thing, but the NDC had to show her they really mean it, so she's sitting on the fence. They put it in a way that she's sitting on the fence, she want to join NDC. Peter David say to the Foreign Affairs, Honorable Peter David say to Foreign Affairs, we must have a one policy, so when government change foreign affairs, foreign policy don't really change. They say Peter David want to join them. So you have to be careful when you're talking about join and jump ship. You have to be careful. Don't let us be the engine of spreading their rumors.
I am not spreading their rumors, Mr. Carl. I take all what you say.
Okay, who told you Delma want to jump ship?
Listen to me. I listen to you too. I said to you, look at you, just confirm what you heard about Mr. Peter David, what you heard from Miss Modest, and what you heard from Ring. You just said what you heard. I am saying the same thing to you, that I hear that. And I'm saying when those talk come out, the NNP as a party have to explain some of those things to people. That's all I'm saying. I am with you. But I'm saying that when we hear them, just like how you hear them, and they come on the news, people hear them. And I'm saying that those in authority, and I support what you say, by when we meet Dr. Mitchell and them in a forum, we must get across this question to them. And you are totally right. But I think I'm totally right to tell you what I hear. And that's all I'm saying. I'm hearing those things. You are saying, and I'm telling you, it comes as a news in the news bulletin. When you get news, people are concerned. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just voicing a concern. And that's why I said to you, I will support what is good in that the government do, and what is not good. I came out openly and tell you, I do not support a lot of things that the present Prime Minister said. I'm not in support of it. And so I am not spreading the rumor. I'm saying what is being said. And I'm saying that our personnel, like the ex-Prime Minister, the opposition leader, the parliamentary representatives, they must clear the air on some of the things that we are hearing. That's all I'm saying. Because it comes as news. And when things come as news, people take it in granted. That's all I'm saying. I'm not supporting what they're saying. I'm only saying that we get those things as news, and you confirm it by saying what Peter David said and what this person said. And all I'm saying that we want forums where we can find out from them if what is said is true and what kind of things that should they have. Remember, with under the NDC before, members of the NDC that voted no confidence in the Prime Minister, Mr. Tillman Thomas, I don't know if you remember that. Members of the NDC themselves that voted no confidence in the NDC and pulled down the NDC made Mr. Thomas had us to close the parliament. So I'm saying we must hear from our authorities to know where we're guiding ourselves.
Clifford, let me ask you one question, Clifford. Mm-hmm. What is more important in the discussion of this country? What Honorable Delma Thomas might do, or what is happening at Marketing Board, or what is happening to the seed workers, or what is happening to the people they continue to make go? What is more important at this time in this country?
All of them is important is the same. in my opinion, all of them are important. It depends on from which angles we're looking at it. All of them is important.
Okay, Clifford, have a blessed day.
Making people go is a serious thing. Rumors is a serious thing. Marketing board issue is a serious thing. All of them are important. All of them are important.
Have a blessed afternoon, Mr. Clifford.
Same to you, and I will you.
All right. KB, you see now, when we had the war in Iraq, the media places in America say he had weapons of mass destruction.
I know.
They tell people that.
I don't believe that.
When they all know they don't get it.
No,
that is same thing happening because the National Democratic Congress is not doing well. Yeah. So they have to have distractions. Yeah. And we NNP people have to be wise enough to be above the fray and understand what here is at play. KB, the National Democratic Congress came into governance. They tell us the Treasury was pregnant. Mm-hmm. They even received monies from Saudi Arabia and others. Yeah. Public workers receive increases every year. Yeah. But the National Democratic Congress say Dr. Keith Mitchell should go. And NNP people start to buy into it. NDC come now, money don't in the Treasury now. They tell you, hard times coming in 2023. Yes. Adrian Thomas Senator tell you they got to go to the IMF and ask them to interfere the Fiscal Responsibility Act. They tell you they're depending on CBI for money. Mm-hmm. Biden and them sign something, it will affect the E2 visa and affect the CBI. They give their friends tax break and thing. So you have to realize, so the man they say no should go, they run in the country better than the man they say no should come in. And that's what NNP have to understand. As you say, fist-to-fist combat, KB. Yeah. But we fall in prey to this thing. And we have to stick to the narrative, KB, that MNIB workers would soon be mischief by the NDC. The seed workers, Igwe, would soon be mischief and the continued mischief of workers in this country. And these are the issues. The issue of when you go to pay your bills, KB, you got to pay more for water. KB, you got to pay more for electricity. When you go in the shop, you got to pay more money for less goods. Yes. You got to pay more for sugar and sugar products. These are the issues.
Water is life.
Then, based in your thing about what the Honorable Delma Thomas might do, that matter entirely for her. But the issue is many Grenadians hurting Igwe.
Yeah, the rage is building.
They didn't even have money to buy ham this Christmas. They couldn't buy egg to make cake and pie, the same pie, the PMC on the plate. They couldn't buy the egg to make the pie.
Egg do sell.
And these are the issues we have to be concerned about. And don't let this red herring thing, and even KB told you, because this present administration mirrors itself as the PRG, and the PRG panic. They also think propaganda saying who take money and go and all kind of thing. And this thing with the Honorable Delma Thomas is something to change the narrative of what is going on here in this country. The facts of what is going on here in this country, agree. And I want to give people the fact because you think they take more money for themselves when they don't work. That's what's going on in the country here. And lie and say about to pay driver when we know driver is not being paid on that. And driver salary is $2,000. So and they don't take that from them. They increase the board fees for the friends, KB.
How much you up to?
I don't know right now, but they increased and the supporters, they on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 board. They suggesting increase in salaries again for ministers and things, and they're trying to include the opposition MP of $5,000, which go take them to $14,000. They give tax break to their friends.
600
million. They cut social program.
Yes.
Rise in cost of living, electricity, sugar, water.
True.
They damage the debushing, they call it beautification.
True, brother, true.
These are the issues that affect the bread and butter of people in this country. They cut the Imani allocations.
Yeah.
The seed workers and the attack as we speak. Yeah. Clifford even write a letter where they write him after post that tell him they need him. These are the questions. Yeah. These are the challenges that are happening in this country. So come in here and talk about the Honorable Delma Thomas. Don't cut in it. That's what they want us to do. Come and quarrel around with yourself about Delma Thomas, the Honorable Delma Thomas, and forget what's happening to this country. When the Honorable Prime Minister calling for we the people to come together, but the ministers and others talking about the good people in Green. These are the issues. So you wouldn't hear me coming here, KB,
yes,
and beat up on the Honorable Delma Thomas. No.
No. That's your choice.
You have too much other serious issues to address.
Yes.
How poor people, children go to school.
Yes, man.
Uniform.
How they pay their bills.
How they will pay the bills. They cut the bathroom and toilet to give people like a dignity. What the Prime Minister going and rent place for 1,000 when he have government house for him. What? These are the issues we have to talk about.
Water is life.
So you won't hear me coming here and beat up on nothing about the Honorable Delma Thomas. So if it's that I respect, you not. No. Because he have too much issues what affecting the bread and butter and the psyche. So when people in marketing board are meeting with the Prime Minister and they stand up to speak information suggest and they collapse, that will tell you the magnitude of the thing, KB.
No empathy.
When the human beg and say she go to refinance and they say, and the man and the Prime Minister tell her that's the business. This is the issue.
No empathy. No feeling.
That's what affecting people here. When crime is on the rise.
Yes, sir.
Because of the social decadence in this country.
The rage is mounting.
These are the issues that we have to be concerned about. When poor people, children can't go to school because the uniform and books program and vouchers was compromised. These are the issues we need to ventilate.
Yeah, man.
KB, we need, and I will tell you, all the KB, I will continue to speak for the people that may go in Carrick, take them back. The CJ workers and the faith-based people, pay them the damn money.
Quite a few workers.
These are the issues we have to talk about.
In Miss Bain constituency was sent home this week.
Grambra Estate,
geriatric.
They send them home and they don't pay them. These are the issues we have to talk about. And who waiting in the sleeps to collect marketing and national importing board so they go import and make money on poor people, children.
Sugar.
These are the serious issues we have to talk about here. Than these petty issues about who go do what and who go do what. The devil himself knows not the mind of man. So I'm not trying to be no mind reader here. I'm not trying to do 55 in no 54. Sometimes I weigh my capital, but I don't try in this thing. And I go stay on these issues till my soul bleed, KB.
That's what affect the poor man.
And if I dead, hands go bring the news for me. So you won't hear me come and try to beat up trivial issues on that radio station and when I come here. I go come here to deal with the issues that affect the people. And when the people call my telephone,
yes,
and they meet me in the street, like a lady meet me in an Indian place and she say, tell them people I'm a work in faith-based and I want my money. Yes, so I go come here and say, the lady say she wants she money. And these are the issues that come here and talk about. So I don't let you know red herring editorial or no newspaper that doesn't speak the truth. But the truth abide it not. I don't come in here and fight up with this nonsense on the money radio. I don't even read in that to come and tell people about it.
They must not change our narrative.
They don't come in and change my narrative and talk about what the honorable person go do.
We decide what
that matter entirely for her. The issues are the burning issues for poor people, children. Yes. They couldn't even buy egg to put the pie on the plate.
Agree.
When the Prime Minister say pie on the plate, these said don't see pie. They don't eat ham. They don't eat cake. KB.
No, man.
KB.
Egg no sell.
KB a bake some cake for the time.
By the way,
because they can't do me nothing.
I did enjoy your
so
cake.
So they can't affect me. They can't do me nothing.
Master Carl, I did enjoy your
all
cake.
All what I could have said about me, I say about my louvers and step and so on. They talk. Yes. A tent or a cottage. Oh, why should I care? When my father is building a palace for me over there. Though exile from home, yet still I may sing. All glory to the ancient of this KB.
Yes,
I'm a
man.
child of the king. So talking about me step and louvers and things don't do nothing to me. I will continue to champion the cause of the marginalized here. I will continue to do so. So when and I tell you, I can't sit down KB. When they're doing poor people children, that's how I go sit down. How I go sleep. Because KB, if I don't do it, when my turn comes, you have nobody doing it for me, you know. KB, I have to do it for the children. And the children. So me don't come in here with
That is
with
our
the slander and
responsibility.
rumor
That is
and
our
what thing.
responsibility.
You have too much address to thing here.
Yeah, man.
And KB has beyond that. My good friend Brian Grimes. I listen to the gentleman. And Igwe, give me something there, Igwe.
Speaking on this, you do not represent media workers. I want to say, a trade unionist, we do not believe in segregation. We believe in solidarity. So what is happening in the media fraternity is happening in other fraternities, including those we officially and legally oversee and represent, such as nurses and so forth.
KB, my good friend Brian Grimes, he hear he speak. So he say solidarity with workers.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be unionized by you.
No.
And he also mentioned that he feels sad for single mothers and women. But what I want to ask Brother Grimes, are we to believe that the transformational agenda hit you and you forget? Because all these things are happening to all these workers, I don't hear any. KB. I don't hear any because he say you don't have to represent him directly to be concerned about them. That his words, KB. His words say they don't have to be under his auspices, but once they are workers. So are you no more in solidarity with workers who are in your union?
What's about using Canberra State?
Brother Grimes, I come
this will be unionized.
Brother Grimes, you have a little passage because I just go to church, KB, and he said, the ancient of days speaking to the apostle Paul. He said he counted on Adam, he counted on Cain. He counted on Judas. All of them was the same. What go tell you all, Paul? I counted on your Brian Grimes for the workers' sake. You are a unionist, a trade unionist. And not a piece in the tail trade unionist. You are a bona fide trade unionist. And you spoke well. You spoke how you was concerned about the single mothers, KB, and the women. Because in all of this, KB, in all of these people in knife in the common denominator is single mothers and women. About 99% of them. Brother Grimes, you don't have to represent them or you don't have to pay in your dues. Spare a thought for them. Spare a thought for these people. The transformational agenda is here. And it lets up to individual to subscribe to the transformational agenda. So, Brother Grimes, I seek your indulgence to seek the interest of the workers, the working class. Because you don't like to talk about working class, eh?
Yeah.
By the working class getting mashed up there, and like you don't care. Like cat eat your tongue or your mouth zip, your hands on your lip. So let's take the call, Igwe.
Hello, afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for waiting, caller.
Hi, you're welcome.
Okay.
You getting a feedback? Huh?
Nah, go on.
Okay. Now, while I respect your opinion, Mr. Master Carl, I cannot agree with some of your utterances or what you would have said. Not utterances, what you would have said. Now, let me explain. As you would have mentioned, persons are hurting, persons are being sent home, mothers losing their jobs and so forth and so forth. MNIB closing down. I want to ask you one question. What is the purpose of the opposition members elected opposition members. I'm just asking, what is the
The
purpose?
elected
You said
opposition
that
is there
you
to ensure that we have good government.
right at the moment, that is what people would like to see. Them present the people that is hurting. No, nobody is spreading no rumor, or they're spreading the rumor. But you have postings showing a togetherness while people are hurting. I'm not being specific to anybody. I'm not calling any names.
The ancient of days say we have to live peaceably with everybody.
Nothing wrong in living in peace, but you're an elected member, elected to represent the people. And if there are people that need your representation, hurting, then do so. Nothing wrong in it. But when you are showing a new normal of togetherness to represent them because they are, I think that we have to take a step back and look at what's happening and decide on what is that we really want. Is it we want togetherness, or we want to do a representation of people? There's nothing, as I said, nothing not wrong with togetherness, eh? But at this juncture, where look, yesterday and Friday or whenever, persons was 100 and something persons was sent home. Where is our voices? Where is our opposition members' voices? The people that are elected. Where are their voices? I don't want to see no whole hand. And we're doing this thing together while people are sent home. Why you want to do that now? Thank you.
I thank you, Call. I respect your opinion, but that does not necessarily mean I have to agree. We'll have to agree to disagree on this one.
We have a next one.
Yeah, let's take it.
Hello.
Afternoon.
Hi, pleasant good afternoon to the listening public.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, don't get blown away by the breeze, eh?
Come again?
I say don't get blown away by the breeze. You say you're fine. Let's make your contribution.
Yes, I just want to say hi to you and the listening public, and especially to Kennedy Boodlal, yeah?
Yes.
I just want you guys to continue speaking your truth.
We have
and be
to.
the voice for the voiceless. Because I'm aware that there is a lot of people bawling with their mouth closed. And I want you guys
I like
to
that
keep
one.
focused and don't being daunted and keep on keeping on, yeah? If pig get hit, let it ball. Have a blessed 2023. Carl!
Yes.
I have to deal with you differently.
I know that.
Have a blessed Sunday, everybody. Bye.
Even if I'm dead, hands will bring the news from me, Igwe.
Hello.
I will be vindicated.
Hello.
Hello.
Blessed afternoon to all.
Yes, brother. How are you doing?
Not too bad, and blessed afternoon to our listeners and viewers. And so, first of all, I just want to well, I don't need to really state a number of things that Master Carl and KB stated about the whole situation of the transformation that is going on with the poor class and the women of our nation at this point in time, right? The humiliation, the dismissal, right, of these people who have been contributing and doing jobs and so created, right, for the welfare, some cases our elderly, right, our shut-ins and everything like that. And these persons have been, they have been dealt a blow for what? Political reasons. Secondly, I want to, as I stated in a previous conversation, very much aware, right, of the things that are being put out there, right, by this administration.
this ruling administration, right? But KB, you could bear me out. We have been part of an experience with the National Democratic Congress when it comes to propaganda. Both myself and you are even students of the revolution, so we understand, right? The type of information that they will put out there to create chaos and
you're quite
disunity,
right. Yeah.
right? And so they are good at that. There are persons there who are bent, or I said, bent on destroying the new national party, and they have the means and the tools to do it, right? And one of the things that they are doing right now is to just send out these ridiculous, information, and some of our people just take it and run with it. You understand? Like I do pest control, and one of the things that I do, if you want to kill a set of a nest with rats and so in an area, you set poison in a particular area, and they drug it right back into the house itself and destroy themselves, right? Now, we have to pay particular attention, right, to their disguise of information to distract us on the real issues that you guys have been mentioning. You have to be very, very important. And the unity of the NNP party is there and must be maintained by all means necessary. And so gentlemen, continue to do an excellent job, right, in selling out information to the public and letting people understand, not just hearing it, but understanding, right, what is going on in our country. Have a blessed evening.
You're welcome, brother.
And that caller put it in its proper perspective, KB, and you go know that. 2008 election was about briefcase and jail Keith Mitchell.
Yeah.
And a lot of people fell for that.
Yeah.
We come now, Keith Mitchell did too long. And promise of make everybody permanent. So every time the Congress comes in, they comes in on propaganda, KB.
Yeah.
But yet still we don't learn in, we always letting them do us that. So now they come, as they come, they pay teachers. They take money for themselves. And they say promises make promises keep. When they hit now the part, they can't make everybody permanent. They have to find something to distract us. The issue of what we believe about the particular MP is a discussion that must be held honestly.
Yes.
But the radio here is not the forum for that discussion. That discussion must be held in the presence of the MP. And the MP is not here to defend herself. KB, that's what I'm saying.
No.
If the MP was here sitting with us, we could have a discussion and we'd hear from her. But to come here and to prosecute the MP without hearing from her is highly improper. And we NNP have to be wiser than that. That's all I would say on that, and I go stand by that.
I agree with you.
We have to
leave that alone.
Leave it alone. Don't let her derail the program. The program have a lot of issues going on. Let's take the call.
Hello, afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you doing, Chief?
Hey, brother Carl.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I want to say that and this is Trinidad divert tactics. They can go on. So every time they do the blunder, they come up with something that change the real issue of what is going on in the country. And I call upon NFP support. Let us stick with what is going on, what the government is doing to the poor people of the country. Right? And the Prime Minister calling for coming together to work together. But you only get people to come together to work together when you treat everyone equal, when you treat everyone as human beings. But you're getting rid of the poor class of people. You're hiring the rich people. But then still actually the poor class will come together to make sacrifice. What they gonna make sacrifice to? When they are home, they can take care of their family. How they put them come together that cannot work. So for people to come together and make sacrifice, you have to treat everyone as granted. Treat everyone equally. And you see I call upon the NNP supporters again. Stay focused. Stay on the issue. What is the issue of it? What is going on in the country? What the government is doing to the poor class of people in the country? when you say new people, victimizing people, you're taking out bread from the mouth, and they can't. It can be difficult now for them to take care of the family. I remember in the election campaign, Honorable Pamela Moses made a slip, and she said that NMP would not would the people suffer. But what she really what she want to say, NMP would not leave the people suffer. And let us compare NMP time to now.
Yeah.
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
and people of Ghana Caribbean Diplomatic, they are suffering more under this NDC because you have cost of living going up, water bill going up, electricity bill going up, food stuff going up. Right? So it time will become more difficult for the poor class of people. While it becomes for the difficult for the poor class of people, the government is enriching and enlarging the rich people and the business people. So have a blessed.
Yeah. That caller, that statement is important.
Which one?
Life under NNP compared to life under
Yeah,
NDC.
when you do the contrast, KB,
He's
it's
correct.
chalk and cheese,
It's chalk and cheese.
chess and checkers.
Yeah, he's correct.
We are more eager.
No. No, the numbers to call 4420175.
Yeah, there we go. Hello?
Good day.
Hey,
Carl.
how you doing, Chief?
KB.
Hey, what happening?
How things?
Good, man.
Yeah. Right. Give you I started listening to UFM through you, eh? Through you, I started listening to UFM, and I never switched from since that day. So far, the program going very good. And see what Devon said, you must take into consideration what Devon said.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about 2 months before what the women say, and that she said something very good. Because if what are the works are they doing then right now, that will shatter if based on what the people perceive. Because as I say, if somebody you telling people look what's going on here, and then other people going on, how people are uniting them, and the perception or the people nah man, they line what the men saying is not true, because look at the people united in the country, Grenada united. Yeah. And concerning this cost of living, that will because I went by postal store. That is story about the and in Ribaroli, that the supermarket and a purchaser, what they call it, that a control. A control should be $1, $4.20. Anybody could go right now and they could see the price.
Snacks go up by $2.
Nah, man, that's ridiculous, man.
A control?
Control, man, $4.20.
For the pack of one single.
Huh?
A single one?
Yeah, single control. Right now, anybody go and check, right? Impossible by the supermarket, they check it right. About the Friday. $4.20.
That's way too expensive.
Yeah, but a green tag or the $4.20. Now, man, I find it's ridiculous, man. And Mr. Carl, that your program going in lips and bone, the extension, man, as I realize the numbers are increasing. Yeah, man, I see. Numbers are increasing fast too, and that program are going lips and bone. So take care, man. KB, and listen.
Okay, thanks for the information. Thanks for calling. Welcome, brother. A control is more than a pound of sugar.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
Fine.
Have the NMP ever sat down and look at what really caused them to be in a position today? Has they done that?
I think so.
Okay, but what would you think are some of the measures responsible?
Well, there are multiple factors. I think a lot of people fall to the lies and the propaganda, the NDC. A lot of them go for the pension. A lot of them go for the permanent Imani, permanent contract work. People go for it.
Okay, using that as a measure as well.
Yeah, that is an important factor.
Caller, what that has to do with the cost of living in this country presently? What that has to do with all the people who lose their work? Because you must hear about those in marketing board. What the cause of NNP losing has to do with ministers receiving $2,000 on the pay? having people on multiple boards where it is increased. The cost of sugar. What that has to do with the levy on water and electricity. Get to it. Don't come to it. Get to it.
I will come to that.
Get to it. Get to the point.
You divert my
I don't divert in you. The issue that is affecting people, they got to pay more for electricity. They got to pay more for water. And your party is in power that is creating this havoc in the society. And these are the issues. What your party will do to ease the cost of living. That is the question you have to consider yourself with. And not what NNP do to lose the election. You campaign well. Take a tap on your shoulder. You won.
NDC have a lot of keeping to do at the moment.
Well, advise them as to how to govern the country properly. Because the money done in the treasury already.
I'm doing that.
Those are the issues. So don't call here and ask out what cause NNP to lose. You know.
Call with discussion.
No, we don't discuss it here. You're trying to...
A young man come from nowhere as a liar in less than a year. Take over a party and win election.
And the young man is Prime Minister and Grenada catching in Nenin. The same young man is Prime Minister now and Grenada catching in Nenin.
But the young man don't have a year yet.
But and Grenada catching in Nenin already, so when he's 5 years old, dead. Well, I agree with you. If you don't have a year yet and all this thing happening, what will happen? Well, we dead. If the young man just come Kiwi from nowhere.
My point is that when you get into office, it's not to make excuse.
No.
To perform.
And not to say what the other government did.
You have
to fix it.
As soon as you reach, you have to be running.
You can't hold in papers or hold in the horse and can ride.
You have to up and run as soon as you take office.
When the horse starts to run, you can't run in behind the horse. You're supposed to be on the horse riding.
You cannot wait for a year to see what will happen. At the end of the 5 years, they will still say they don't have enough time.
Yes.
At the end of the 5 years, they will still say they don't have enough time.
Now, let me tell you something. Everybody know the intention of this program here, Igwe. We entertain different views, but the different views don't derail in the program in OKB. They don't bring in the program what they want. That won't happen. So if that are intention, it won't work. We know what the program here is about. We go entertain you. When you don't go in the right way.
NNP already lost.
Yeah, we go steady you. I go steady you.
NNP already lost elections.
Good afternoon, Cora.
Yes, Zibre, Happy New Year, boy.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
I come back in.
Yeah.
Brother Carl,
hey.
I support you 100%. The issue this afternoon that we're discussing is about the bread and butter of the poor people.
Yes, not NNP's election.
Yes, and nobody distracting me, Camille. I ain't go to no university. But NDC is not distracting me. They're using all these rumors they have out there now to distract people. So the United people have to be focused and don't let them distract you with this news. You understand? That is what they're doing. Wrong. They cannot distract me. The issue is for the people that losing the jobs and their home, they cannot pay the water bill. And some family members have to send a $50 to them. The issue that you're speaking about, Brother, is about the bread and butter for with the poor people in this country. We like a lot of news, they like news, you know. They like gossip. When they should be calling the radio station and speak about somebody watching that might go home just now. And some people will lose what they have. And as you say, I don't pray them too, Brother Carl. I don't pray them. We have to speak out when things is wrong. We have to speak out. And a lot of them is plotting, as the lady from England called and said, they plotting with them on clothes. They're afraid to speak. Under NNP, they have to speak out.
Yeah, man.
They should beat up on NNP.
Yeah, man.
But we're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
No way. I stand firm.
You stand to dominate.
I stand firm.
Yes.
With the NNP. And
Yes,
you can do me nothing.
You have your green band?
Grenadian.
Where your green band?
And I don't believe don't believe that nobody going nowhere on the other side. No. I mean, come on.
Old talk,
Grenadians people,
performance
NNP,
beat old talk every day.
the NNP government educate Grenadians. And we suffering. We suffering now. Some people just shame. They made a mistake. They get caught up by I will make you permanent. Some people with the money they don't even spend that money for Christmas. They don't even spend $200 in the market. That will get a pension. On that NNP time, Indians making money in the store. Everybody buying something by the roadside. The issue is about the poor people. Not about them. I want to go. Thelma is a big woman. Sister Thelma Thomas is a big woman. She could make her own decision. The issue is about poor working people that lost their job. And Brother Carl afraid to pound them. Don't afraid. Let go some wait. And they're listening. They're listening. Boston hush them out now. They're not speaking out. One man that passing every day and harass me. They have to listen what we say now.
Yes, man.
A man from St. Paul. They deported from Canada, but I didn't Grenada. And I have my own business.
Yes, man.
I have my own business. You might think big as Brighton and Miners, but I have my own business.
Yes, man.
And I pay my bills. They need me in Grenada right now because I pay my bills.
Yes, man.
Yes. Have a good evening, Grenada.
Yes.
Well, the issue should
be
see
what happened. Master Khan, you're so correct. Do you man want to ask us to spend all this time to discuss what caused NNP to lose? Why? That man won't listen.
No, that distraction.
I could spend a whole half an hour discussing that. Oh my God.
KB, the issue is when the Liat issue has not settled and the Prime Minister promised by December that rent 2 plane. He ran the plane. That you see, that these are the issues. Because if you listen my introduction, by their fruits you shall know them. He promised house, 500 house for parish. Igwe. Mm-hmm. With back room, backyard and thing. Wait.
Swimming pool and everything.
Swimming pool. He promised the police to fix pay and grade.
Ganja to legalize.
The net to hold the seaweed.
These are the issues. Because we have to judge the government based on what they tell us. They have a report card. Yeah. And we have to look at the report card and say what they told the people to get them and say, no, you're not doing that. You say you do that, you don't do it yet. When you go do it, how you go do it. Fortnight pay. These are the things we have to talk about. Because fortnight pay wouldn't make a man's situation better if you don't teach him money management, KB. You could give him the money every week. And you don't teach him money management would not make his financial situation better. Just as how you're saying VAT on sugar won't deter man from using sugar. Or is it the real reason you put in VAT on sugar? Or you intend to give somebody marketing both so they go make money on the people? These are the issues we have to come here and dissect. And everybody know the intention of this program, KB. And you have a radio station, they could call and speak the diatribe. So call there.
Yes.
Don't call here. Because anytime I call you and I don't go in the way you're supposed to go, I go steady all.
Fire.
Yeah, man. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. All I'm interested to know, what is the date for the meeting at the arena?
The 24th of January. We start in 7 o'clock in the evening. You come, you socialize. If you could bring something at the same time, like a bottle or something, we have a good time socialize and ride. We go rise like a phoenix from the doors. Because the thing we did. Yeah, but from that 24th St. Patrick's East, we'll be taking a trajectory.
All right.
And we want you to come around. And those questions and them we need to ask the leadership of the NNP or persons in the leadership will be there. The political leader. And we have one political leader, person must understand that. Despite all the old talk and what who say, the one political leader will be there. So and he's a man who accommodate questions. No, everything happen in the fullness of time. Things happen when it's supposed to happen. Now that we plan on the 21st, we go make it a success, and then we go move, we go build from there.
All right, okay.
So be there. Get KB.
Yeah, man.
Everybody know what the program is about. So They don't come in here under the guise and try to mislead or take the thing, because you have other entities, other places they could go and do it, KB.
Of course.
We come here and we do the facts and issues. Like the economic growth of this country is projected to be less than last year.
Yeah.
That are the issues we are to talk about. The unemployment situation is higher because over 800 people lose their work. These are the issues we are to talk about. Financial support could be affected by going and speak to the IMF about the Fiscal Responsibility Act with the IMF, because Senator Joseph don't say the IMF want them already about wages and salary, and in 9% to GDP. So going and talk to the IMF, they don't speak on that already, and these are the issues.
Yeah. They have to cut back.
The deficit go rise. So government would be living all timings. That's why they say they go dispose assets.
Yes.
What we should be concerned about, Igwe, which are the assets they go dispose of? These are the issues we are to talk about. Not about what can NNP to lose and them kind of thing. These are the issues. How much money will we spend on infrastructure, roads, schools, hospitals? How the economy, because the economy will grow less, so less things would happen. Investor confidence, because they speak in all the investors, business and them in public.
Yes.
They go in grand hands down there and talk about the Polish man. They beat up on a Chinese now there under the CBI program. Saying now what he send $10,000 and wine for them. And there's information to suggest after they do all that, they go back and beg any man for money to help them in Christmas thing. It has information to say it's alleged. And these are the things we have to concern. How jobs will be created. Because they came into government, KB, on the premise of providing permanent jobs.
Yes.
And then they come and tell us that can happen. So these are the issues we have to hold the foot to the fire. And they still say no, the people of the opposition don't say no. But we're saying all the things. Who they want to come and say Dr. Mitchell? But when Dr. Mitchell, the boss in the liver string during the election, all them saying time for him to go. They didn't listen to him. He said to pay pension and gratuity would be difficult for this country.
The most important thing we get in the information.
As the senator going in parliament in the Senate, he say the IMF want them. And the same thing Dr. Kit Mitchell is saying. They didn't listen from him. So we trying another place for him to think. KB, jobs losing. We had the structural adjustment. We had COVID, nobody lose their work. Public workers get increase in salary now. They either are COVID, either are structural adjustment, but you offer in the union less.
2%.
Yeah. Hope start to go already. Yeah. Young people start to realize them people don't like us because they promise us that and they cut the budget already for Imani.
No hope for the youth.
We start to hear about infighting already and who want to go in hotel in Grandlands and beg them to stay. Yeah. These are the issues that concern us, KB. And that's why we have to afraid, because all these issues mentioned would affect the country.
Yeah, man.
And it would affect all of us.
If there is anarchy, we in trouble.
So these are the things we have to concern. No come and call here and talk about how NNP lose the election. No. Talk about
the way forward.
The way forward and how this government will find finance to finance the budget. And when they say disposal of assets, which assets they intend to sell? KB. Because KB,
marketing board is the first step.
KB, the next one is KB, they're good at selling. Yeah, because I have the empirical evidence here.
Give us something else. Tell us somebody.
By they sell the former St. James Hotel for $6 million. They sell the former parliamentary election office for $700,000. They sell the former TV station in Monjalo for $900,000. They sell the former radio station in Scotland for $350,000. They sell the doctor's quarters house in Marion for $215,000. They sell Lucas property, the former Hamilton home, for $750,000. They sell the former doctor's residence in Taberhead for $217,000. They sell the Juilliard for $2,620,000. They sell Sandino plant in Mount Hartman. I seen 7,000.
700,000.
7,000, I don't know.
They
sell Hotel California Mountain Rouge 13 acres for $8 million. They sell the former doctor's quarters, fell on in Ladig for $150,000.
Like NDC that sell that.
NDC was sell that. So when they come and talk about funding the budget and disposal of assets, afraid. And when we look at the assets, we are Grand Lake is the chief.
The only one
And then when we see all the efforts to make Grand Lake financially profitable by reducing the 25% non-fuel charge. And that money was a direct reinvestment by the new national party into Grenada, because the thing is ours. So the money is supposed to be ours. And yet still they adding a levy.
You're making it conducive for the
no, they're making it nice and plucky to sell.
To sell it.
These are the concern. These are the things that should concern us, because when we sell Grenada, we don't have no way.
And the only thing left, because they sell all this thing already.
When they sell Grenada, they don't have no way.
Nazimbox sell all this thing already.
You don't have no way. We could go to Grenada and nudge them and say to pull down the price.
So all we have now is Grenada for
sale. So that is the concern. That is the issue of concern. So I'm not coming here discussing trivialities, things that could be fixed with two serious conversation. But when this thing happen, two conversations can fix them. Poor people, children would be under pressure.
Permanent pressure. Is every month is the pressure.
More people want to lose work.
I tell you, every day a shopkeeper tell me one person coming 3 times a day and shop. Every meal they have to shop. Every meal they have to shop. Every meal they have to shop now. One person coming in the shop 3 times a day.
Because unpaid claims in the treasury go raise again. So business and the trouble already. And when unpaid claims in the treasury rise, that means less money, you know. Good afternoon, caller.
Pastor Carl,
yeah.
I come back in there. I just want to congratulate you all
Don't want to do it.
Station
yes.
For that program. This radio station with the program is hope for some of us to stay alive.
Okay.
You know? It's a hope for us. Because a lot of people frustrated.
I agree.
They sell all this government property already. What we have again to say
Grand
now?
Lake. Grand Lake.
Well, I don't understand. And people calling and asking about the election. Don't bother with that money, you know. Go somewhere with all your thing. And the mouthpiece, he listening. Tomorrow morning you go hear him. He listening. You understand? They tired and fed up with him. But he just they prayed him. He listening.
Kami.
Yeah.
I never show me and no journalist dress.
I don't bother with
They
them.
never get no funds in me underpants, Kami.
They can't, I know. They can't distract me, I know. They NDC cannot distract me. And I want to warn the people. All you be very careful. And don't pray to speak out. Don't pray. You understand? I don't understand you all people. Keep pitching them must call. You must call. And you know the former Prime Minister told them, do not interfere with the programs that he lived there. If they had left this program, things would have gone a little better. You understand? All you messed up. Big time.
Okay, Cams.
I want just another call to the Governor General, Miss Cecilia Legonad, that to call Miss Kami, please. Very important. Anybody listening, the Governor General is very important. Please.
All right, Cams.
I don't want to give my phone number over there.
No.
Somebody listening.
They go harass you.
The program on the internet.
They will call your phone all night.
She has said, I want to call me.
All right, Cams, take care.
God
bless you. Good afternoon, caller.
No, you don't get it.
A little wait?
Yeah, you have a little 1 minute wait in between.
Okay. Yeah, KB.
So who had money in the underpants?
Not me.
I hear you say that.
You have journalists that do not this. Me. I never shove me on no journalist cruise. And then people have to go and talk to the journalists to don't take the matter further. Not me. Okay. To tell you about me, I could tell you what I'm not.
And the mouth so big on radio, right?
Yeah.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah. I know Mr. Carl seems to saying after I speak that we want Dr. Mitchell to come and answer this question. I am not saying that Dr. Mitchell had to come and answer the question. I'm saying that the party, the grouping, I don't know of any organization involved right now in concerning the party. I have not heard anything. Nobody have not informed me. We need to keep that organization together.
Clifford, listen this. There are moves presently by the NNP to get things going. It's starting by us update on the 24th. So you will reach by you in soon time.
Right.
So be prepared when the time comes. So all the questions you have, you'll get an opportunity to speak.
Right. So because I'm getting the feeling that you're talking.
No. You see, I don't deal with personalities here. When I come here on the radio, I deal with issues and not personalities.
Right, but I am saying
I don't answer nobody personally. I deal with issues.
Okay.
Right, and my thing is not that.
No, Clifford, we good. I deal with issues.
Because I am prepared to criticize NMP where they need to be criticized, and I'm still NMP.
But that might be so. But there are certain forums for those criticisms.
But that's why I said
not every forum is a forum to ventilate.
Because we seen that.
You ever hear they say you shouldn't wash your dirty linens in public?
I don't wash my dirty.
No, I just ask you if you heard that. Clifford, have you ever heard that?
I know it. I know that since before born. I hear that.
So it's not now. I don't deal with personality. I don't deal with personalities here.
I didn't attempt to wash my dirty linen.
No, I don't deal with personalities here. I deal with issues.
All I was saying is what is out there.
Yeah.
I wasn't intended. I wasn't trying to wash no dirty linen in public.
All right, Clifford, have a blessed day.
Things that is out there that we should get some feedback on.
But Clifford, you spoke on that already, so let's go.
Right.
All right. KB, when I come here on this program, I don't deal with personalities. If the issue are dealing with,
very rarely.
If the issue are dealing with, the road goes to
that person,
I will call the name.
Yeah.
Because I will keep calling out the Honorable Dennis Cornwall and the Honorable Lennox Andrew, because they work in the Ministry of Finance and they ought to know. Because when we hear Senator Persuader Thomas, Adrian Thomas, saying they will go to the IMF about the Fiscal Responsibility Act, when the IMF, in the words of Senator Claudia, already warned them about wages and salaries, and the Fiscal Responsibility Act is about wages and salaries 9% to GDP. So when you hear that, you hear he don't know. And the two honorable gentlemen should know, so I'll call in. It's not our personality. When the honorable Prime Minister is giving tax break of 600 million and raising levy on electricity, water, and VAT on sugar, I will call these two persons' name because they should know and advise him.
Yeah.
So then I call people name. But me don't come here and just call people name. I don't want no dog in that race there. I don't want no skin in that game. But if they don't do well, it will affect everybody in this country. And I must speak. And when I speak KB, I quantify what I'm saying. I told you in the beginning, KB, when they came for the socialists, nobody speak because they wasn't socialists. They came for the trade unionists, nobody spoke because they wasn't trade unionists. They came for the Jews, nobody spoke. When they came for him, he didn't have nobody to speak for him. So I don't want that happen, KB. So I will speak for the MNIB workers, the seed workers, the debushing workers, the CJ workers, the faith-based workers, the workers in Carriacou, those in Paul's, those in Mountain. I will speak.
With the union.
And who vex.
But they supposed to have a union in marketing board?
And I will continue to ask Brother Grimes because he say, you don't must represent the people, but it's about workers. Yes. And he's so sorry for the single mothers and women, so I'll continue to ask Brother Grimes if Kiatiti tongue, if he forget.
Yeah, workers too.
And I'm well within my rights. I'm a citizen of this country.
Yeah.
I'm a citizen of this country. So I'm well within my rights, my country. KB,
we have that
because when Dr. Mitchell was in power, everything they do, they tell you they are their rights. Remember? Yeah. They play jab when it was illegal so to do. And they tell you they expressing culture. They make up a kind of placard, the culture man and them. And they say that they rights. So I'm within my rights, my constitutional rights. Let's take it easy.
Hello, afternoon. Good evening. How are you doing?
Speak up a bit. Say again.
Well, that tell you so much issues even come on, pa.
What happened to it?
Okay, come on.
Okay, good, good.
Well, look at it. These are the issues we have to concern because they beat up on NNP about command pack. And we hear any information to suggest that they want to do other things with it. No more for going and tranquility and thing. And the bastions then.
Yes.
The critical thinkers, you don't hear in them now.
They used to go and sit there.
I want to hear what the critical thinkers think about disposal of assets.
The only thing we have, you're right, the money says right. All we have
And every time we let them speak, KB, you know what they do? They go and they lead on and they go and write up or they talk about the station up north. Like it's a police boots on the con. Because I challenge them, KB, to prove to the nation, not to me, that what we just say on Real FM is not facts. Bring the facts. Because all of us to these facts. And KB playing the clip. Clip after clip after clip.
You know they don't want us to discuss the hike in water rate. They don't want.
So the caller, what they call? He had to call me after the 18th of January for we to talk gas. I know you're listening. After the 18th of January, let me talk about gas price. You call. Okay, you like to talk about gas? And KB, hear what it is, eh? When gas price is what it is, they saying because of the Prime Minister.
Okay.
But they blaming the condition on the war in Ukraine and world condition for cost of living. The exonerate the Prime Minister. But when price go down, it's he and he alone.
He alone. But
the
when
Prime Minister do it.
When he go up.
When he go up, it's world condition. And they expect me not to speak. KB, I'll speak.
Hello?
Yeah, Carl? Yes, KB will continue to speak, KB.
Yeah.
And will continue to give the people information. And the more information, they could make better decisions. Because had they gotten this information deep down, they will not make that stupid thing on June 23rd.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, Kevin.
Hi.
Ray Roberts must call about, he must speak out now.
For Command Park?
Yes. Ray and the other man, I just can't recall his name.
I don't even give them forward on the station here to call the name. They know who they are.
They must come.
I don't even call their name here.
Well, I don't understand. Yeah.
Your next one again?
Hello. You know that's who it fight.
Okay. Yeah, Igwe. So they know who they are. And they are to honor, yes.
Hello.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Mommy, how you doing?
Happy, and it's fully
I know.
Oh boy, I got to tell you, I got to talk to all you. Oh God.
How you doing?
Oh boy. I want you to come down. This week coming. Pass by me this week. Wishing you happy New Year for 2023. With you good.
I promise me and Master Carl will maybe pass by you this week.
God. Come this week.
Master Carl, know where you living? Yeah.
All of us know it.
Okay, we'll come and look for you. We'll definitely come this week.
This week?
Yes.
Come, please, thank you. Okay, sweetheart?
All right, good, thanks. Right.
Come.
Okay. Miss Jacob, welcome. We're always glad to hear you.
We're always glad to know that she's alive.
You're alive and you're well.
Yeah.
You're welcome to call every Sunday, Miss Jacob.
15 minutes to 4 o'clock.
The time flying like a gazelle.
Yes. The number to call 442-0175.
So these are the issues because
no man, we on par, man.
We
right on target, man.
No, KB, you see,
right
the thing about target. It is we now get a chance to contrast and compare. 2008 to 2013, 4 years, 7 months, and 19 days. We had a failed economy under NDC.
Yes.
And we start to see that already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me take the call.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Happy New Year to the trio.
Thank you.
I hear you talk about time flying. What a fine is flying more. The Prime Minister flying more than we flying.
Yes,
Travel
he
king.
traveling a lot.
Yeah, I heard about some gift money sent to a certain individual. I don't hear now say nothing about that. That is to help for the crisis in the country or what?
Well,
Usually that come in the Christmas.
out of courtesy,
Yeah.
a gentleman of Chinese origin
Oh,
is reported to have sent to the Citizen My Investment thing
Yeah.
$10,000 to help maybe the needy people among us, and maybe a couple bottles of wine.
but and there's some people, somebody say you have to go to some whatever
That's what they're
government
telling
to
people.
accept gift.
That's what they're telling people. And they make a whole political football about the thing. And there were easy political channels to deal with those things. But they choose to make it a fiasco. And then there's information to suggest that after they put all this thing on the news, the gentleman was, there's information to suggest it is alleged, because I want to coach meeting. That is in the back door.
They play Nicodemus, they come in the night.
They go like Nicodemus in the night. For the same funds.
For the same money.
It is alleged. The information suggests that. But I want them to challenge that.
You see, what is embarrassing, as the lady said, if the man decide to make a contribution and you refuse it, just refuse it, but don't go to the press with it to embarrass the man that you refuse his wine and his $10,000. And then what you did, go in the night.
It is alleged, KB.
Go.
It is alleged.
I don't say it's alleged, I hear what the man say,
Yeah. KB, like coach it.
I don't saying that at all, Master.
So KB, you hear
I sit down there and I hear the man saying, they come and ask me for the money in the night. I hear the man on a telephone call. I sit down there and I listen, I laugh. The man say after they send back the $10,000, after they give me back the wine, they still come in the night and asking me for money again. I sit down there and I listen to him on our telephone call and I laugh.
Okay, you privy to information.
But I just happened to be in that office that day when the same Chinese man called, and I laugh, So I say, you see, they play Nicodemus, they come in the night now and asking man. After they pretend that they come from heaven, they're so holy, they're so honest, they don't want nothing.
They're like a pope.
Then they go in behind the man back in the night.
No, they don't tell people they're going to make that call.
Hello. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Master Carl.
Hey.
Kiri.
Hey, what are you doing?
Now, the thing about it is, hello?
Yeah, we're listening to you, man. Make your point.
All right. If you check the political landscape of the NDC government from 1990 to now, this is the worst NDC that ever passed through.
Them fellas them do more wrong thing in the short time than not NNP do in lifetime.
That is the worst that
and
ever
I'm saying that with no apology.
Well, Master Carl, that doesn't need an apology. Because that is the gospel truth. Everything that them fellas campaign and they go totally against it.
Because they know what's lies from the beginning.
No. From 2008, them fellas and them campaign and propaganda and lies. They come back with the same thing again and they fool again in the public. Now, this young fella, they say this guy is Prime Minister.
No. Give me due thing based on the Constitution.
He's honorable.
The Honorable Prime Minister.
He is like you're putting the cat before the donkey. This guy don't know what he about.
No, he playing dumb, he don't know.
Because when you come on your campaign trail, try to recall back on the man campaign trail. The man campaign trail, he could have fixed everything.
Yeah. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Brightest lawyer.
Well, I used to call him Mr. Fix-It.
Yes.
Because everything he could fix.
He like convertible boat, man.
Everything he could fix. Now you come and he's not coming out and addressing the nation and nothing like that on important issues. They complain that the previous administration is the cause of the high cost of living.
And they come and they don't fixing it.
He can't fix, he's getting more high. Business people balling. Just now we go start to see business closing down.
All right.
The truth and the fact about it is, these guys and them do not know what they're about.
All right.
Right? Look in a marketing board situation.
They're fixing that.
Oh, they go fix it. They can't fix nothing. They need to fix themselves first. Because they can't fix it. If you can't fix, if our house divided, you can't stand it.
All right, caller.
Them fellas have to get the act together because God help us if these fellas are to spend 5 years inside.
But I still believe God is good all the time, but sometimes He has to teach us lessons. The children of Israel had to reach the promised land in 7 days. They stay out 40 something before they reach.
Well, in 2008, a lot of people they jump up and they say Jonah overboard.
No, sometimes
when the pressure take them, they say bring back Jonah.
But they say who the Lord loves, He chastens, and to chasten needs to be rough. So maybe the Lord loves us enough, so He chastening us. So thanks, caller.
Okay then. Cool.
Take care. KB, an honest man never climb a mountain and shout out I'm honest.
No,
just like a rich man. A rich man would never go out of his way to tell people he's rich.
Let people say you're honest.
So then you have people trying to be too honest and to think, I just find something do right, something do add up. But to go back behind people back ego in the night, in the wheeze of night,
after you say, like a school child,
and ask back for what you say you don't want.
Aligaru, come to suck blood.
I hear the Chinese one saying that to me, I laugh, You see, after they reject the 10,000, they come back in the night and ask me for the same money again for the Christmas program. I say, look at that. Shame. Everybody pension. They're so honest, they come out in heaven. They don't want to be part of nothing that smell corruption. And then you're going back in the night, play Nicodemus.
Want to suck somebody,
taking the Nicodemus position and going and ask the same Chinese man for money. I tell you, I sit and I laugh.
Want to suck somebody,
look at that.
With the stroke of a pen.
With the stroke. Anyhow,
we come to the end.
Come to the end of the program. Any call? Last caller?
Let somebody give you a last call before you go, man. Somebody call.
Last call. It was entertaining, it was enjoyable. And I think Mr. Carl will really start up with a bang for the new year. And there's more to come, and NNPites come out, stand up, unite, go to your village groups, build your village groups, build your structures, strengthen the house of the pillars of the new national party, because this government is a one-term government. Prepare to take power next election.
Look at final call here. Hello. Hey.
Master Carl.
Hey.
What's tomorrow night? I will get one question to the Prime Minister. The headline tomorrow night.
Beyond the headline.
Yeah, you get it tomorrow night.
Them boy them not screen calls, boy.
No, screening the call, boy.
Them men have all the calls who want to call, all callers who want to call.
They prepare the question and the answer.
Yeah, it's sat out long. All right, folks, have yourselves a wonderful Sunday. We come to the end of the program.